less than half of all Americans can identify the three branches of government. Recent polling data suggests that younger generations are increasingly apathetic towards democracy itself. Finally, the average kid on any given day spends 4 to 7 minutes outside taking part in unstructured play and 7.5 hours in front of a screen. As a longtime civics and math teacher in the great state of Wyoming, I believe these statistics point to a problem. We can do better here in Wyoming. We have incredible schools and highly capable teachers that are the foundation of our communities. But even here, we are not centered on civics or the intergenerational transfer of knowledge. My name is Andy Pannell, a teacher from Laramie who spent the 23-24 academic year thinking a lot about the mission of public schools and trying to help students at the UW Lab School understand what it means to be a virtuous American citizen. We started by studying the Constitution using the We the People program.
We the People is a civic education program for upper elementary, middle school, and high school students.
It was a competition where multiple teams came up with an essay, and we read it to a panel of judges, and then the judges had a little criteria, and they asked us questions about the First Amendment.
If all printers were determined not to print anything till they were sure it would offend nobody, there would be very little printed.
A liberty and justice for all would be an oxymoron without our true liberty of humanity's greatest gift. Words.
As the rights petition, press, religion, speech, expression, etc., etc., I think they really influence how we can express how we think, especially in our school environment. I think that it's really important to be able to recognize what you are as an American citizen, what that truly means to you and your fellow peers.
Among a lot of students in our classes, just not a very deep reservoir of knowledge related to the very things that the students talked about today with respect to the First Amendment. It's not their fault they didn't learn it, they weren't exposed to it. And they weren't exposed to it in meaningful, deep, ways that really made them wrestle with these issues.
I think it's pretty good starting this kind of education about the Constitution in middle school because it's when students can really begin looking into things and understanding.
As the winners from today's performance is Team C.
Marley and the fellas here. Once students have learned about the foundational principles of our nation, they're ready to learn about the roles that citizens can play. Since they can't vote and they can't run for office, it would seem that they virtually have no role to play. But that's where a program named Project Citizen comes in. Students get to identify local problems and then propose, monitor, and influence public policy. So that's exactly what our students did. In the previous year, the kids had a chance to go on a field trip and they met these guys, Wes Martell and Jason Valdez. They helped the students understand several issues facing communities on the Wind River Reservation, including a major one, the absence of the bison. They also told the students about the Indian Buffalo Management Act. That, if passed, would provide federal resources that would enable the Shoshone and Arapaho tribes to reestablish and manage their own bison herds. We thought this sounded like a pretty good idea, and we thought we could help. So we did. We did research alongside professors at the University of Wyoming on topics related to animal science and ecology and economics. We spoke with Senator John Barrasso and wrote letters to other members of Congress. Scientifically, we found out how complicated ecosystems truly are. And politically, we found out that our ideas aren't adopted right away, and you don't always get exactly what you want, but you have to keep trying. We even hosted a bison summit at our school so that we could share the information we found and continue to advocate for the act. We learned about the political process by taking part in the political process. And then we decided it was time to go to Yellowstone. We wanted to see these wild animals on the landscape, and continue our research. But we also wanted to explore the classic idea of civic virtue. Great thinkers from Aristotle to Ben Franklin have said that humans can't contribute to a democracy if they don't have certain qualities and behaviors, and that those virtues must be taught to children. They are not inherent in children. Our idea is that there is no better way to teach civic virtue than getting them away from their screens and out into Wyoming's incredible public lands, where being a good citizen means you have to connect, contribute. Sometimes it just means you have to watch your mouth. The line is speak with good purpose. Would you please say it? Speak with good purpose. Wasted time at the end of the line.
So my name is Sabrina Ken. I am a parent, and just seeing how these kids are going to be growing into citizens that can contribute to our world is huge and important. I definitely feel that these outdoor ed trips are very important and wish more schools would be able to give the kids opportunities like this.
Ben Franklin wrote in 1783, "Only a virtuous people are capable of freedom. As nations become corrupt and vicious, they have more need of masters." Our schools can promote freedom and transcendent learning that bridges generations by giving students real American experiences. Students need to deeply learn about the Constitution and experience standing up for their ideas. Students need to learn to identify and understand local problems and the role of public policy in shaping American life, and then experience what it feels like to try to make things a little bit better. Students need to learn to govern themselves before they can govern a nation. And those lessons are best learned from being in nature. If you're a teacher, administrator, lawmaker, or just a concerned citizen of Wyoming and want to join this growing movement of place-based citizenship education, we invite you to scan the QR code at the end of the film. Our kids need the wisdom of the past and to be given more responsibility to address the problems of the here and now. We will lead the nation in the development of first-class citizens who love the place we live.
Governor says July 1 starts a new fiscal year. But from where I stand fiscally ain't a new thing around here. Expected to settle